What did bodybuilders do back then that they don't do now? You know, Arnold loved cheat curls. He'd load up a little more weight than he could handle with strict form. He'd use a little momentum to get that weight up. He'd focus on a stricter negative, getting more out of those heavier weights. He'd finish that set and he'd run directly over to a tricep exercise and continue pumping his arms. You know, what about Serge Nubret? He would go back and forth from one set of biceps to one set of triceps, back and forth with no rest. He would literally do 16 or more sets of each muscle before he even took a rest. Sergio Oliva, he would combine 2, 3, 4 exercises back to back. No one could keep up with his pace. And you know, when guys come to me for advice on building arms, I ask them, are you doing any of these things? Are you incorporating intensity techniques? Are you using supersets? Are you training your arms with the same intensity you're training your legs, your back, your chest? They're not a muscle group that should be treated as an afterthought. They're not a muscle group that's built on accident or the results of genetics. They're a muscle group that many misinformed people will claim can be developed from bench presses and pull-ups. That's nonsense. That's a lazy man's attitude. Show me any guy with impressive arms, and I'll show you someone who's barbell curling until they can't hold on to the bar, who's doing press downs until their triceps are screaming. You know, over the years, guys started training easier. We've gotten away from the things that work. We've searched for more efficient ways to get the job done, and I get it. If we can get better results, quicker results, or more results with less effort wasted, why not, right? But how have those results been? We can see it. The physiques are not the same. The results are not the same. And with all the advancements in science, education, nutrition, accountability, and resources, guys are not getting the same results. Guys are struggling. And the question is, what are they missing that all the guys did back then? The guys who built some of the most aesthetic physiques of all time. They all did supersets. They all had arm-specific training sessions. They all trained with moderate to higher reps. They all trained with higher volumes. They all prioritized these muscle groups. And that's something I've always tried to promote, is this no-nonsense, hard work, old school work ethic. And most of all, what these guys didn't do back then. They didn't get distracted by the latest trends. They didn't let others influence their training. They didn't switch things up randomly because someone new on the scene said they knew better. They trained with the limited equipment they had. They focused every session on getting better, making every workout count, putting their head down and doing the work. They didn't overthink anything, and they used their minds as their most powerful tool in the gym. They made it work for them, not against them.